name into the English version, you should do that to all the names. So Carl is of course Charles, and Johan is John, so on. So with my next group, I will definitely warn my group before that the local guides might turn these strange Swedish names into an English version that is of course easier for you to remember. Now you don't need to remember anything actually, but the most important part, and that is the reason why I want to start with the history lesson, is, as I said yesterday, you cannot really understand why a country functions as it does today if you don't know anything about its history. So now you know a little bit about the Swedish history, at least.
Spring. Spring in the garden. I mean, date with that. Yes, I know.
Yeah, I thought when you first showed that up, I thought, who's house was that? That was just like a sidewalk.
Just
Goodbye, Kalmar.
that's backwards.
I say about because it depends a little bit on where you live. I live in Stockholm, in the capital. A lot of people live in Stockholm, so we are a lot of people that can help each other. I pay 27% of my income in income taxes, so a little bit less than 30%. I'd have to pay 32 or even 33% of your income if we have an average income. If you have an income higher than the average, then you pay an additional state tax on top of that. But you need to have degrees. If you want to go to a popular one, then you need to have a higher grade. That's what I want. So you can get a spot at universities that show good grades. You can take a test, or you can work and sort of collect points for every year you work, like a citizen's wage. So there is a minimum that everyone living in Sweden gets.
Well, we're stopping for a picnic, but I don't know if we'll be able to enjoy it too much because there's a very strong breeze and a touch of rain. But we're going to see how we can manage it. Very gracious of our hosts to host this picnic. And to make things less painful, there is wine, so we're not going to whine about that, that's for sure. There's water down there, but I don't know how many people are going to venture down there right now. I think we're just going to concentrating on eating and using the restroom over there on the right. And we're up at the top of the hill. Ben and Ilva and the other assistants have been very gracious, very hardworking. Ilva said when the ice melted away 10,000 years ago that there was all granite underneath, and yep, there's a lot of granite everywhere.
Thank you for arranging this.
Yes, thank you very much. Very nice.
We made them in the morning.
Oh wow, very fresh. Here's another more close-up view of the lake. And we're just about to get moving here. It's time to get on the bus. Get on the bus.
Both your arms around me. I'm cold.
I'm sorry, I know your full name. Charlotte? Charlotte Danielson.
Bill, Elaine, Kathy.
My name is Kathy.
Michael, Bill, Elaine, Kathy. Mike.
Michael.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael.
My name is Scott.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott.
My name is Kim.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott.
Kim.
My name is Charlotte.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott, Kim, Charlotte.
My name is Carlene.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott, Kim, Charlotte, Carlene.
Ben.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott, Kim, Charlotte, Carlene, Ben.
My name is Austin.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott, Kim, Charlotte, Carlene, Ben, Austin.
Ryan.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott, Kim, Charlotte, Carlene, Ben, Austin, Ryan.
Laura.
Joe, Bill, Elaine, Kathy, Michael, Scott, Kim, Charlotte, Carlene, Ben, Austin, Ryan, Laura.
Phil.
Hey, extra points. Extra points for the kid.
We will skip.
Fred.
Oh my goodness.
Fred.
We have
Martin.
Fred.
Martin.
Person to be named later.
Bill. Bill. Fred.
Martin, Bill.
Marilyn.
Fred, Martin, Bill, Marilyn.
Anya.
Fred, Martin, Bill, Marilyn.
Anya.
My name is Dean.
Dean.
Fred, Martin, Bill, Marilyn, Anya, Dean.
Jan.
Fred, Martin, Bill, Marilyn, Anya, Dean, Jan.
Jana.
Fred, Martin, Bill, Marilyn, Anya, Dean, Jan, Jana.
Gary.
Fred, Martin, Bill, Marilyn, Anya, Dean, Jan, Jana, Gary.
Leo.
Fred, Martin, Bill, Marilyn, Anya, Dean, Jan, Jana, Gary, Leo.
Rita.
Fred, Martin, Bill,
We're getting
Marilyn,
close.
Anya, Dean, Jan, Jana, Gary, Leo, and Rita. That's
Phil.
And now we mix.
Oh. So I have to refer to the little list here, you know, when you write something down about something, you know, that helps me remember their name, you know. So. It's mandatory. You got to listen to ABBA when you're in Sweden.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Last comfort stop before we leave Sweden. Okay, we're at the last rest stop here. What's that? Yes, I'll be at a good angle.
Puppy goats. Puppy goats. Puppy goats. Come here, brothers. Puppy goats. Puppy goats.
Forget it, we're not in the mood for ice cream. We're eating our main meal, we don't want ice cream. Not ready for dessert yet.
Oh, that one looks full.
Yep,
Come here, puppy goat.
maybe that one's gonna wander over. Well, it's been the history that people that stand over there by the fence, they sometimes have stuff for us to eat, so we'll act casual and we'll come over here real slowly. We'll do it real casually. They're taking their sweet goat time. We have no schedule to keep. Unlike you.
Come here, puppy goat.
Okay, this guy's acting casually, but he is walking over this way. Alright, you just missed some chocolate ice cream. Alright. Last stop before Denmark.
Later, but if you want to visit the Rosenborg Castle tomorrow, let me know and then I'll help you to the group activities. I will walk those of you who so wish to Christiania. I can't guide you in Christiania any longer, but I will outside tell you all with the goods that passed from the cities up in the Baltic had to pass, and then they had to pay a tax in a penny, with pennies, so öre. Take a look, turn around to the right. No, you don't even need to turn around. You can take a look straight out to the right. Can you see that far away there in the horizon? There are two, it looks like two cubes with thin chimneys to the right on the cube. Can you see them? They are nuclear power plants. And now, Gary, you do not need to remember nuclear power any longer, because I will now tell you very fast about the nuclear power plants in Sweden. So we had a referendum 2010, 7 years ago actually, and they realized that they were still using them. So what they did, incidents that have forced the closure of nuclear power plants. But here in Sweden, a lot of scientists now from all over the world know for nuclear power. And then Swedes built nuclear power plants just across the water from their capital. So as a penny sound during the Middle Ages. There's a bridge part, but then there is a tunnel part as well. Because right in front of us, to the left, so right in front of us, to the right we have Copenhagen, the inner city. Right in front of us to the left we have their international airport, Kastrup, you can see. Plane landing, and further away, the plane on its way up. Excellent Danish-Swedish TV series called The Bridge.
They were filming something back there.
The first season where Sweden ends, because half of the bridge is Swedish and the other half
TV series called The Bridge
is Danish. And in that crime story, they find a body. Half of the body is in Sweden and the other half in Norway. So policemen and women come from both countries, and they're sort of discussing whose case it is. Perfect.
We just passed the border.
Is in front of us and a little bit to the right now. You can see that flat green island there. But when the plans were released, the environmentalists, they protested because the Salt Island is a bird island, and they said that the constructions will destroy the bird life on the Salt Island. So then they made this little island we have right in front of us now. It's a man-made island. So the vegetation was brought by birds, and an amazing thing with the Pepper Island is that the bird life on the Pepper Island is almost as rich as on the Salt Island. To the right of us now, soon. We had, or have still under us, the rails for the trains. You can take a train from Malmö, that's the name of the city behind us in Sweden, to Copenhagen. And now if you look to the left, you can see how the rails are coming out here below us. So we will have the rails for the trains parallel with us now all the way to Copenhagen. the tunnel part of the Öresund connection. It's a tunnel made in quite amazing way. So they need to each other. They broke the walls in the short ends of these rectangular parts, tunnel parts. So it became a tunnel. And now you can see the trains to the left, they have their own tunnel. We have the meeting traffic in another tunnel to the left of us. So only traffic in this direction in Norway also. So let's see. Some lost it. We'll see. You will have Wi-Fi in all the hotels, the bed and breakfasts on the island. On the overnight ferry they have Wi-Fi also quite slow, but there is. But then as elsewhere nowadays, you can go to McDonald's or Starbucks or whatever. So you get
The airport is close.
free Wi-Fi.
Yeah. You could see all those planes.
We'll see
Yeah.
if we'll have it on the bus. Copenhagen city center. When I walked around in the coach to make sure that you know what to do tomorrow afternoon, countryside, if you walk away from the Pusher Street. Flowers now of Christiania citizens that grow things there. And I spoke to one of them last year. And I asked him, but are they okay to eat? Because until now I have only seen flowers in Christiania, because they said that they couldn't eat any of the fruits. Ate the berries he had in his garden. But not one single Christiania bicycle. We are in the outskirts.
A lot of construction everywhere.
Stairs on the outside. Nothing for someone that suffers from vertigo. But if you make one at home, they ride to the commuter train station. They take the commuter train to the central train station, and then they have another bicycle here.
Train
they used
station.
to bike to
Just like
work.
Brian with the 2 cars.
The part of our collection is outdoor
There's Tivoli.
sculptures around
And
the
to the
building.
right is
the
That's
square
Carlsberg.
straight ahead.
Museum.
So if you
We're right
take
in
a
the
look to
center
the
of,
right
we're right in the center of things
and
here.
turn around a little bit, you can see the main entrance to the new Carlsberg Glyptotek. Right now we have the block. It's the whole block to the right. That is the National Museum. The entrance is on the opposite side of the block. Other side. And now we pass over a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
We're on an island where the well, first the museum, the yellow building in front of us, so to the right, is the Bertel Thorvaldsen Museum. Bertel Thorvaldsen was a sculptor. You can see him there. Take a look at the fresco painting here to the right, and you can see him getting off a boat in the harbor of Copenhagen when he came back from Rome, where he has spent a big part of his life studying
train box.
antiques and also
Construction
producing
boxes.
sculptures. So he came back to Copenhagen as a
Nordstrom
really
Danish
famous
company?
sculptor. The grey building to the right is
Yeah.
part of it, the Queen's reception rooms, and the other half. So the one part we have behind us now
Nordby's
is the
north.
Queen's reception rooms, and the part we have to the right now is the Parliament. Danish Parliament. With their tails entwined into a spiral. And then further away you can see the spiral on the outside of the tower of the Our Saviour Church. close to the new harbor. You have so be prepared to leave. There's no parking place, you see. With white letters on the facade.
The old Seamen's Hostel.